Hey guys, it's Taiga here. Before this video starts, I want you guys to click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you know when all my videos come out. Enjoy! Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It's Taiga here, back with a brand new video. So today I am here playing Crystalline once again. So we are back here on episode 2. I haven't really done much, but yeah, if you guys don't know, I actually have a green screen behind me. It's my first time using it on a video. I tested it on a live stream and we had a few problems here and there, but I'm here deciding if I should keep it or if not, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get into this video, shall we? We shall. Finally, we come up upon the perimeter of the village. Liana grins as she leads me through the gates. I take the time to catch my breath and discreetly rest my burning muscles. Liana hardly seems affected by the long trek. We are finally here. How is this close? I'm gonna say, how is this close? I thought you said this place was close.
It is. It's only a half a day's walk.
Only? What? I wait for her to say she's joking, but she's completely serious. How is that close? We should have just used Uber. Uber? It's Uber! With a U! Uber! Oh my god.
Sorry?
I shake my head. Nothing. She cocks her head curiously, then shrugs.
Let's continue. We can rest at the inn tonight.
As she resumes walking, I ignore my screaming legs and follow her. The village is still bustling with people, even at this time of day. I suppose they're getting in their last errands before nightfall. For the most part, everyone seems to focus on their own tasks. They barely glance at Liana, but when their gazes are drawn to me, they don't look away. In fact, their steps slowly and they crane their necks as we pass. Now I know how an animal feels at the zoo. I love that. Liana overhears my muttering and watches the people around us.
It's your clothes. They're very peculiar.
Peculiar? What's wrong with my clothes, Liana? What I'm wearing is normal where I'm from. Even though the stares are directed at me, Liana seems equally uncomfortable.
Okay, new plan. Let's stop by the shops before they close. We don't need to draw attention to ourselves.
It's not like I'm a fugitive. I instinctively pat my back pocket where I keep my wallet. I doubt they'll accept card here, or dollars. I don't have any money.
That's okay. I'll take care of it.
You will? Why, thank you, darling. That's really generous of you. I like a girl who's independent. Don't make a big deal out of it. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
It's understandable given your circumstances.
You're so sweet, Liana. I'll pay you back once I can. Liana smiles and nods. Liana changes directions and leads me towards an adjacent street. I can't pronounce. There are rows of quaint shops lining both sides of the road. I read the signs as we walk by. Edward's Apothecary? Edward's Apothecary? Is that what that is? I don't know. Blackstone Forge, Dragonskill Armory? Huh.
What is it?
I was just thinking how convenient is that everything's in English here.
English?
Don't tell me she don't know what her language is! I should have expected the questions based on how your previous conversations have gone, but I'm still a little taken aback. It's what we're speaking now.
We're speaking common.
Common? What? Liana pauses in front of a shop and peers inside. Satisfied, she motions for me to follow.
Never mind. Come on in. We're here.
Yay! I step into the shop and the first thing I notice is the overpoweringly musty smell of leather. It's not surprising considering the walls are lined with different types of leatherware. Oh, pretty! I like this. I love the art. A small, elderly man emerges from the back. A pair of round glasses sits on his nose as an apron hangs around his neck.
Welcome. Please, take a look around.
His smile falters when he notices me. Liana clears her throat.
We're looking for a new wardrobe for my friend here.
Yes, of course.
The shopkeeper blinks back to reality and resumes his pitch.
Well, you've come to the right place. We tan our hides and stitch the pieces ourselves. You won't find any finer quality than here.
Liana smiles politely and strolls towards the selections. I check out two seemingly identical leather vests, both of which are marked at different prices. I really can't see a difference between the two. Maybe they boost different stats. Hey, Liana. She turns around. Which one of these will increase my defense, strength, dexterity, and talents focus? Let's say his strength, you know? She wrinkles her brows.
Wouldn't that be more reflective of your training?
What? So, none of these raise any stats? Liana gives me a weird look.
Do your clothes where you come from raise stats?
No, but come on! It's like a video game! Only if you consider cool points to be a stat. She looks just as confused as before. Never mind. She smiles as we continue pursuing. One by one, Liana and I pick out my new outfit. Once all the pieces have been chosen, she goes to the haggle with the shopkeeper. I tune out of their discussion and watch the people passing by. Their clothing are simple in design, meant to be more functional than aesthetic. To my surprise, everybody walks around armed. This village doesn't seem dangerous, but looks can be deceiving.
Why don't you get changed now? There's a space in the back to give you some privacy.
I nod and take the clothes from her. Once I've ensured privacy, I quickly get changed. Luckily, these clothes have pockets and I can just transfer everything over. I palm my wallet, deck of cards, and loose change. Next is my phone. I try to turn it on just to see if it will work, but it doesn't react. The battery must be dead. I get the feeling they don't have wall chargers here. Shrugging it off, I slip my phone into my pocket too. When I emerge, Liana gives me a once-over? What's a once-over? Alright, I don't understand. Alright, even Siri doesn't know what it is. How do I look? She grins and nods in satisfaction.
Wow, look at you. Just like a native. This look suits you.
I match her grin. Thanks.
Let's go find the inn now.
Yay, let's go! She heads out of the shop and I follow her. Actually, maybe we can stop by the armory? She pauses and looks curiously at me.
Armory? You want to get a weapon?
Her question is careful, cautious. The goal is to blend in, right? It's weird that a person wearing leather armor is traveling unarmed. I look like a hostage or something.
You do have a point. Plus, it could come in handy.
Why do I not like the sound of that?
Do you know how to use a weapon?
Again, although her voice holds no hostility, I can sense her caution. I practice kendo, I don't know how you pronounce that competitively. She blinks. It's a type of sword fighting where I come from.
I see.
Liana falls silent as she gazes out into the street. After extended pause, she nods. We head to the forge where rows of blades ranging from long swords to short daggers hang from the wall. Ooh, pretty! Look at the little guns over there. Pew pew! Sorry, I'm getting way too in this. All of the blades look fairly plain, but the steel edges glint dangerously, amidst the warm glow of the forge. Unlike the previous shopkeeper, the metalsmith ignores us as he pounds out a red-hot blade. Sparks jump from the clanging metal, reminding me of fireflies. Liana lets me browse the swords. I reach for one that catches my eyes. As I gently remove it from the shelf, I miscalculate its weight and drop it. The steel scratches the ground with a sharp screech. The metalsmith pauses in his work to glower a warning. Liana looks on in shock.
Careful.
I quickly right the sword back up and grip it tightly. Liana now watches me with
Is
intrigue.
this the first time you've held a sword?
Yes. Just a minor miscalculation, I got it. Shaking my head, I take a practice swing with the sword and it glides gracefully in the air. Liana looks impressed.
Was that a move from your kendo?
Kendo, that's it. Thank you, ma'am. I nod.
Bad.
I swing again and the movement flows naturally. As the sword cuts through the air with a sharp thwing. Thwing! I can't help but admire how smoothly it slices. This is high quality craftsmanship. Let's go with this one. As before, Liana discusses with the shopkeeper. When she returns, I strap the sword to my belt. We make one stop to gather supplies for our travel. By the time we're finished, the sun has set and darkness blankets the sky. Blankets the sky? That makes no sense, but okay. The town is aglow with soft lights glint from within houses and the lamp posts on the streets. As we pass by a lamp post, I peek inside and see a small crystal shining brilliantly. Using the lights to guide us, we find the inn. I take a seat at one of the crude tables with Liana, talks to the innkeeper behind the bar. There are a scattering of other patrons, mostly men who sit alone, nursing a tankard of what I assume to be ale. I stifle a yawn. Now that I've had a chance to sit down, I feel the full weight of my fatigue. Luckily, Liana returns and hands me a key.
This is your room for the night. It's right next to mine.
Thanks. She nods.
They should be coming out with our dinner soon. Then we should get to sleep. We have an early start tomorrow.
My stomach grumbles in anticipation. Sorry. Liana smiles and she sits in the empty stool next to me. Our meals arrive and I stare at the bowl before me. It's a goopy, thick stew and looks about as appetizing as dog food, but it smells pretty good. What is this?
It's stew.
What kind of stew?
Rabbit.
Why? Out of every kind of stew, it had to be rabbit stew. I'm not gonna cry. It's fine. It's just a game. A brief image of a cute, fluffy bunny flashes across my eyes.
Is something wrong?
Is there normal stew? Meat is murder? Nope, all good. I only eat a non-GMO, all-natural, vegan, certified, gluten-free, 100% whole grains, no trans fat, grass-fed, no preservative, organic. I'm gonna say this really long one because it's funny. Just as the words are about to come out of my mouth, I realize how much of a tool I am and decide to say something else instead. Why? I thought it was funny. I'm gonna say this is their normal stew. Is rabbit a common meat around here?
They're abundant and easy to trap.
I'm gonna go cry now. What about beef? Her eyes widen.
You've eaten beef?
Of course.
That's a luxury meat here.
Luxury meat? You're saying that rabbit is common meat that everyone eats because it's easy to catch and... So you're saying beef is uncommon or rare? Seriously? Does that mean you've never had beef before? She shifts in her seat and stares at her bowl.
You should eat your stew before it gets cold.
I can't eat this! I take a tentative bite of my stew. Different. It's not what I'm used to.
You don't have stew where you're from?
No, we do, but not quite like this. I can tell this is all I'm going to get, so I should try to keep as much of it down as I take another bite. Lana smiles encouragingly. I finish eating and Lana cleans her bowl, then the two of us head upstairs. She pauses in front of her room, and I stop in front of mine. Good night.
Good night.
I'm about to enter my room when I hear a small voice. Looking down, I see the Pongo back at my feet. Now that I think about it, ever since we entered the village, he's been awfully silent. Have you been following us this whole time, or did you lose us and find us again? The Pongo blinks twice and bounces.
Pongos aren't exactly welcomed everywhere.
Why is that?
Well, they absorb the energy around them, including crystals which are used to light lampposts, or other similar items.
I can see how that would be bad.
I think this guy knew to stay out of sight once we came in here.
What if someone sees him here?
As long as he doesn't stray too close to a crystal, he'll be fine. People only make a fuss when it looks like their crystal might be drained.
Got it. She reaches towards the Pongo.
Wanna sleep with me tonight?
The Pongo snuggles against my leg, Leanna sighs.
I thought as much.
She opens her door and flashes me one last smile.
Sleep well.
She disappears into her room. I open my door and step through. The Pongo perks up. No, my room! Let him in. I step away from the door and the Pongo hops in. As I close the door behind him, he continues to hop around the room as if inspecting it. Yawning widely, I collapse onto the bed. The Pongo continues to circle the room. Are you looking for a good place to sleep? He suddenly leaps up and lands on my bed. Then he bounces to the foot of the bed and wiggles himself to a cozy nest by creating a small crater on top of the blanket. I can't help but grin at the little guy. Good night, Pongo. I roll over in bed and it's not long before I'm fast asleep. Alrighty guys, so that is it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I am doing the rest another time. But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to comment down below what you thought of this episode so far and what you expect to see in the future. Make sure to subscribe to Cup if you aren't already. Hit the notification bell to know when all my videos come out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah!